Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Previously, all hope seemed lost, but at the critical moment when judgment was about to be passed down, Courtney, she passed judgment on Blaze DeBest, her own superior. She's leveled an accusation against him, and now we have Blaze on the back step. He is defending himself, trying to say his own testimony, and it's up to us to find the truth in his words. I'm very excited, and honestly, I'm pretty sure this video here is going to be the end of the fourth case, so exciting times. Let's get into this. The victim, Jill Crane, was a member of the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee, you see. If she was a member of the PIC, then you should have been familiar with her. Well, I knew her face, but that's about it, you know. It's not like we met each other on a regular basis, you see. Personally, I didn't really know her that well, you know. So you're saying you weren't very familiar with the victim? That's right. I didn't even know about the burn mark on Crane's hand, you see. You didn't know about the burn mark? Well, you see, even if I had gotten close to her, she would have disappeared soon. It's a pain to remember someone, you know, when they're just gonna disappear, you see. In other words, anyone who defies him disappears. I'd like you to add your statement about the victim's burn to your testimony. I only just learned that she had a burn mark on her hand, you see. So you're saying that you didn't know about the victim's burn. Is that really the truth? You really are persistent, you know. Do you really think I would pay attention to every little wound on a woman's hand? I would think the burn mark on the victim's hand would be hard to miss. Now that you mention it, Jill Crane would regularly wear gloves. I too did not know about the burn until the incident occurred. Jill Crane regularly wore gloves. I thought so. She was probably trying to hide the burn mark, you see. I understand how sensitive a woman can be about these things, you know. I would like you to add your so-called sensitive understanding of a woman to your testimony. I think this is one of the funniest lines in the game. Yeah, that's right, I'm a virgin, because I never lose. See you later, sex hours. A funny video I saw the other day. Actually, never mind. Maybe she was always wearing gloves in order to hide the burn mark, you know? So you were aware that she always wore gloves? Well aware. Those gloves were practically her trademark, you see. But I guess they weren't just a fashion statement. She wanted to hide her burn mark, you know? I wonder if that girl over there is also hiding something under her bandages. Huh? I'm not hiding anything. I think you are, you know. You're hiding the face of a criminal. Those words should be directed at someone like you. I shall expose, here and now, the face of a true criminal. How amusing. Go ahead and try it if you think you can. So, Jill Crane regularly wore gloves. That's interesting. I should look over the evidence one more time. Yeah, I have a pretty strong idea of what I do here. Either way, it's not like I had a motive to murder her, you know? Was there ever any trouble between you two over work? Unlikely, you know. I'm kind of important, you see. I've gotten reports saying that she was exceedingly capable. But, you know, our social status was completely different, you see. So we didn't talk much, you know. That may be true, but it doesn't prove that you didn't kill her. That's rather prejudiced, you know. I mean, look at you. You're taking the side of a criminal.
It seems Miss Crane was the one who had an interest in you, Mr. Chairman.
You know, that really is a mystery. I haven't the faintest idea, you see. So that's that. Since I had no motive, your reasoning doesn't hold, you know. I have no idea why she was pursuing me, you see.
So you have no clue why the victim had been pursuing you?
Nope, not in the slightest, you know.
It's because Pops is such a handsome man.
It's true, you know. Women appear before me and then disappear, and then reappear.
You guys could never reach my Pop's level of awesomeness. It would certainly be impossible for a normal person. Having people appear and then physically disappear on a daily basis.
Well then, maybe Courtney's going to disappear too.
Before that happens, I'll see to it that your way of life disappears today.
I see. Then I should finish it before the day's over.
I'll have to organize my information about the victim. If there's anything you don't understand, you should look over the evidence again. Perhaps you'll find a new fact this time around.
Franziska, you're willing to help me.
I told you, I'm doing this for Kay Faraday, not you.
Franziska seems to be worrying about Kay in her own way. Okay. Maybe she was always wearing gloves in order to hide the burn mark. Well, she wasn't always wearing it. Where's the recording? The recorded audio. Let's listen again if we can. We can play back the audio that was recorded by twisting this horn. I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. That's exactly what we need.
Objection!
Jill Crane regularly wore gloves. If that is true, then it creates a huge contradiction. Oh, a huge contradiction, you say? I would like you to listen to the voices recorded on this stuffed animal one more time. I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. Silence, huh? I've been waiting for my chance to get revenge all this time. We were under the impression that this was the moment when the victim was murdered. I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. We thought that this statement was said by the culprit. Isn't that fine? What's the problem, you know? Oh, this is a wonderful trap. Oh my god, no matter what stance Blaze takes on this, he's admitting to something. There's a huge problem with that. If the victim had been wearing gloves from the start, it would have been impossible to see the burn on her hand.
Objection!
Gloves come off very easily, you know. She could have taken them off during the auction.
That's not true. Miss Crane had been wearing her gloves when I took her place. She must have been wearing them before she was murdered.
What are you saying? You! Don't you understand the position you're in?
I'm not scared anymore. I have Granny here with me. Blaze, your day of reckoning has finally come.
Somehow, it seems like you all want to disappear. The only one who will be disappearing here is you, Blaze the Best.
Hey, how dare you say that to Pops? Does it really matter if the burn mark was visible or not?
Objection!
It certainly does matter. If the burn mark was visible, then we'd have a complete turnabout of the situation. Oh, what are you saying? If the victim's burn mark was invisible, what exactly does that tell you? The culprit also had a burn mark. Sebastian, turn your way of thinking around. If the victim was wearing gloves, then her burn mark could not have been seen. In that case, whose burn mark was seen? Someone else's burn mark? Precisely. The culprit must have had a burn mark as well. In other words, I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. The person who said this was not the culprit, but the victim. What?
Objection!
Sebastian, could you please step aside? Edgeworth, all your reasoning up until now was just a figment of your imagination, you know. The culprit had a burn mark. Where was it, you know? If you can't answer that, then your logic doesn't hold up, you know.
Where was the culprit's burn mark? I wonder where the burn mark could have been. During the auction, wasn't everyone wearing a disguise?
Indeed. During the auction, everyone should have been dressed in a particular way.
If the burn mark was still visible under those conditions, then...
Now, why don't you show us? Where was the culprit's burn? You'll have to show me the proof, you see.
Huh? Huh? But, Okay. This is interesting. Under a wig, maybe? I mean, Blaze does have wavy hair. Okay, admittedly, it's been a few days now since I last played, so my memory's not perfect, but... what in the world could even refer to the culprit's body? So the conductor wore a white jacket with a purple flower, white gloves, and a mask. What's left to show? On their chest? I mean, that would require them... their neck, maybe? Maybe on their neck? Oh! You know, Blaze does light the end of his beard on fire. Maybe he would have a burn mark on his neck. Maybe.
Yeah, okay, let's try the suit.
Take that!
Oh! It was what the conductor was wearing during the auction. In other words, the outfit you were wearing at the time. What can you figure out from the clothes alone?
Objection!
The conductor had been wearing a white suit, white gloves, and a mask. His attire had covered up most of his skin. However, according to Miss Jensen's testimony, the conductor's mask exposed a small part of his face. Oh, that's right. I remembered that the Zervin mask was worn, but in addition, while she thought there had been a tattoo there, it's possible that she simply mistook the burn mark for a tattoo. A burn mark on his face?
Objection!
That's all very scintillating, but I'm afraid you're getting excited over nothing, you know. None of the PIC members have any burn marks on their faces, you see. Naturally, that includes me as well, you know. Pops, but... Sebastian, could you please be quiet? If you're an idiot, then act like one, you know. Yeah, Sebastian already knows. Normally, Sebastian is a nuisance to everyone around him. But this time I owe him my gratitude. That reaction from Blaze's own son, it reveals the truth more clearly than anything else. Thanks to him, I am confident that my reasoning is correct. I know who that unidentified piece of evidence belongs to. I wonder what's wrong with that prosecutor. Usually, Sebastian is slower to arrive at the truth than anyone else. However, this time he has probably figured it out. His own father is a criminal. Since he knows the truth, he's in pain, isn't he? If he didn't know the truth, he could have remained blissful in his ignorance. Okay, we are here in order to pursue the truth. It doesn't matter what path my reasoning takes, the important thing is to arrive at the truth. Once before, when I lost faith in my reasoning, you said that to me and showed me the way. This time I shall show you the truth. You are innocent. I also want to know the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me. Yes, that's the spirit of justice. That's impossible, you know, for all of you. I mean, just where could I possibly have a burn mark? It's nowhere to be found, see, there's no evidence to prove that I'm the culprit, you know. That's right. There's no contradiction at all. There's no way there can be a contradiction, not for my pops. Sebastian, I understand why you don't want to admit it. However, if you avert your eyes from the truth, you will regret it forever. Pops, what should I do? I really wonder why you're such an idiot, you know? Sebastian, if you really want to save me, you'll have to try a little bit harder, you see. Gotta use your head, you know? Honestly, you really are a useless idiot. No way. But I tried real hard. I tried my best, Pops. I went to the school you told me to go to, reached the top of my class just like you told me to. And just look at this jacket. Only someone who graduates at the top of this class gets to wear it. I did everything you told me to do. That's how I got to be the best at the academy. I even won all of those awards just so I could be like you, Pops.
Objection.
You really are such an idiot, you know. Man, Screw this guy. You know those gold stars you got on your tests? I made the teachers give them to you. Every speech and debate contest, all of the judges were my friends. You know, Sebastian, if you weren't even able to notice something like that, you're really not worthy of being called my son, don't you think? Ah, even my son has disappeared. Oh my, it's enough to make me cry, you know? He was trying his best for me, and yet he was totally useless, you know. You are truly a despicable person. As the chairman of the PIC, and as a father. Even I feel sorry for that foolish prosecutor. Poor Mr. Prosecutor. Blaze the best? What do you think of your own son? He is just a useless pawn, you see. Well now, maybe you should look in the mirror before you criticize me, you know. I mean, even you also used Sebastian to get close to me, didn't you? I cannot deny that. However, he is not a mere pawn. He always tries to do his very best, even if the results aren't up to par. I've seen just how hard he tries, and yet you refuse to even acknowledge it.
Objection.
That kid is no good, you see, no matter what he does or is told to do. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave this offering to the Goddess of Law to you. Deliver her divine judgment against Blaze the Best. Yes, that was my intention, from the beginning. If there was a burn mark on the conductor's face, then Blaze the Best must be hiding it. What was he wearing during the auction? That is the key to revealing the truth. Well then, allow me to hear your answer. Please show the piece of evidence that proves the culprit had a burn mark on his face. Oh, this should be obvious. Is it the Gem and Ninja mask? No. That's Kay's. That's not Zervin. I mean, is it the stuffed animal again? Or in Lotto's testimony? I mean, is it the clothes again? Why wouldn't it be? Am I dumb? I feel like I'm dumb. I don't... Okay, it's either the stuffed animal or the conductor's clothes. But we just used the clothes, so let's go with the stuffed animal again.
Take that!
Could you take a look at this piece of evidence? Are you saying this shows the proof of the burn mark? I don't understand, you know. I don't understand it at all. Blaze the Best, even if you... Prosecutor Edgeworth, I also do not understand. Oh. There is one clear difference between the conductor and Blaze. He should be hiding the burn mark there. Now all I need to do is present the evidence that shows it. Oh. Is it the clothes? The difference being... masks? Or the clothes? Yeah, the difference here between the conductor and Blaze right now is the presence of masks, so maybe it's just masks.
Take that!
No. Oh my god. This is embarrassing. Don't look. I told you not to look. The clothes?
Take that!
Okay. Huh? Okay, is it the wig? Maybe it's the wig?
Take that!
Well, oh, okay, it's a wig. Okay. If you would recall Miss Jensen's testimony, there's still one point that remains unexplained. 2 types of wigs had been prepared, one of which was left unused. Do you mean the wavy wig? What are you talking about? It was something Miss Jensen found when she switched places with the victim. What does something like that have to do with the burn? Inside the costume trunk, Miss Jensen witnessed 2 wigs. One of them had been used by Miss Jensen to make her look like the victim. Now then, just what was the other wig used for? It doesn't seem like it was a spare wig. There's no need to overthink it. Just compare the attire of the true culprit, the conductor, with that of Blaze DeBest. Don't stare at me like that. Don't you think there's just one spot where there is a huge contradiction? Specifically around his face. So that's... not a wig at all. Indeed, it was no wig. Blaze DeBest, it was your fake beard. He's wearing it upside down? This is a real beard, you know. Don't tease me like that, Edgeworth. Your son must have realized the truth before anyone else. That's why he was trying so desperately to protect you. You were also worried that he would tell the truth. Isn't that why you drove your son away from here? Because he knew that his father was hiding a burn under his fake beard. Blaze DeBest, how about you remove that fake beard of yours? He looks like a weirdo. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh. Also, the burn's in the shape of a skull. That's on point. Oh, a burn mark. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Justice has been served before the goddess of law. For that I give you my thanks. I should be the one thanking you. Blaze DeBest, I hereby announce my verdict. You shall be taken into custody for the murder of Jill Crane.
Damn. Okay then.
Mr. Edgeworth, thank you very much. I am so happy that you believed in me to the very end.
There is no need to thank me. As a prosecutor... No, as a friend, I simply wanted to save you.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I bring good tidings. It seems that former Chairman DeBest has been safely detained in the detention center. However, the search for the murder weapon, the auction gavel, continues. Blaise DeBest is a shrewd man. There is a good chance that he has already disposed of it. There is also one piece of testimony that concerns me. Blaise DeBest mentioned that the only thing he did not fake were the letters.
What do you mean?
First, he found this letter in Jill Crane's clothes. Then he also found this letter on Kay, who was unconscious in the storeroom. The contents of the letter seemed to suggest that the two had been corresponding with each other. Which is why Blaise DeBest assumed that the two were working together.
Ridiculous. That can't be right.
After reading the two letters, he decided to pin the crime on Kay Faraday. In order to cast suspicion on her, he planted one of the letters in a noticeable spot. The deceased Jill Crane's left breast pocket.
Isn't that just an excuse?
Yes, that is what I thought as well. It may have simply been a last-ditch effort to save himself. However, before the stern eyes of the Goddess of Law, these are all trivial matters. His crime shall certainly not go unpunished. With this, I have finally fulfilled one of my long-standing missions.
Judge Courtney, will you tell me what you know? Why did Blaise DeBest murder Jill Crane? And what lies hidden behind this case?
Yes, I don't mind. You have the right to know everything. Long ago, Jill Crane was in love with a cameraman. That man was pursuing the black market auction as a journalist. And then, before he could reach the truth, he was erased. The feelings and the items Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge on the conductor, Blaise. Although in the end, she was the one who was murdered instead.
I see. So that's what happened.
While the Goddess of Law cannot condone her actions, we have succeeded in her goal of bringing Blaise DeBest's crimes to light.
So, Judge Courtney's goal was to expose Blaise DeBest and reveal the dark secrets of the PIC.
By the way, what happened to the young prosecutor? We have been unable to contact him for some time now. Do you have any idea where he might be? I had not been truly working for him, so... I see. I feel very sorry for him. What you should be sorry for is the fact that he was kept in the dark until now. No matter how cruel reality is, he will have to accept it. If he can't, he won't be able to walk his own path in life. Ever.
A father's influence is not something that is easily erased. However, I'm sure he will be able to change from here on out.
Yes, that's right. Surely,
You must be right. Will I, too, be able to walk my own path in life?
Oh, the journal, the promise book is going to restore her memories. Yeah, that makes sense. I get it now.
Kay, is your body all right? Yes, thanks to you. I'm so sorry, even though you're my patient. You ended up getting suspected because of me. Ouch! You can't just take care of the patient's body, you gotta take care of the heart, too. That's my granny. Kay, how are your memories? I feel like I'm on the verge of remembering something. Well then, I shall take my leave here. I will be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial.
Patricia Rowland? Oh, the warden. Okay. That would be for the trial of the murder of Horace Knightley. Who's in charge of the defense?
Miss Crane was supposed to be her defense attorney, but now that she has passed away, we are currently arranging for a replacement defense attorney.
Jill Crane had been in charge of Patricia Rowland's defense.
I'll also have to get in contact with Sebastian quickly, since he's the prosecutor in charge. Well then. Oh, please wait. What about Mr. Edgeworth's prosecutor's badge? What will happen to his prosecutor's badge? With the chairman's arrest, the PIC is no longer functional. So I cannot answer that question easily. Perhaps one could say, only the goddess of law knows? But that's...
You don't need to worry about me. This is the path that I have chosen.
It seems you have no plans to change it either.
Of course not. I chose this path to seek the truth.
With the departure of Blaise de Best, the law has once again returned to our hands. If you truly desire to continue the prosecutor's path, I am willing to assist you in reclaiming your badge.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I must decline. I did not relinquish my badge with half-hearted feelings.
I see. It seems that our paths of law will continue to run counter to each other.
Until our paths cross once again, I shall have you hold on to that badge.
That was my intention from the start. However, on occasion, the goddess of law is quite generous. Please return this notebook to its proper owner.
Kay's promised notebook?
It seems this was scheduled to be put up for bidding at the black market auction. The name Kay is written on the notebook. It seems Blaise de Best quickly realized this belonged to the girl. Since the letters he found also contained the same name...
You speak as if he really did not know about the letters. Are you saying that Blaise really did not prepare the letters himself?
Yes, that man said so himself. Kay Faraday's goal was to steal back the notebook. Jill Crane's goal was to get revenge. In order to achieve their goals, the two teamed up to infiltrate the auction, or so he says.
Unfortunately, this was all Blaise's misunderstanding. It was purely a coincidence. If the attorney from the PIC and Kay really were acquaintances, it would be strange that she never mentioned it to me, considering her personality.
You really do trust her, don't you? In the end, the notebook was used as another red herring, but it's something that is very important to that girl, isn't it? I'll make a special exception and return it. I'm sure that's what the goddess of law desires.
That's... I appreciate it.
I shall pray that she recovers her lost memories. Is something wrong?
Kay, I am returning something very important to you.
Oh, this is... Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Look, Daddy, I wrote them all down. Yep, I'll be sure to follow all of our promises and become a hero just like you, Daddy. Oh, that's right. There was one more. I forgot to write down the most important promise. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. I'll be sure to remember. I'll never ever forget them. Always try your hardest to learn things you don't understand. That's right. I am... the great thief who steals the truth, Kay Faraday. I'm the second Yatagarasu and Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
She's back! Kay, you remember?
It's kind of embarrassing, though. Thank you so much. It's all thanks to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Even when I lost my memories, you were still always trying to save me, right?
It seems you're back to normal.
Wow, Kay, you've gotten better. Your health comes first. Now you can relax. Just make sure you don't run off and lose all your memories again. Ah, Miss Jensen, Dr. Yun, thanks for worrying about me. Hey, if you're feeling all better, how about changing back into your own clothes? I washed your clothes for you, Kay, so they're nice and clean.
These clothes... Wasn't Detective Gumshoe holding on to them?
He said forensics was done with them, so he gave them back to me.
Have they revealed the results of the analysis yet?
To be honest, I actually didn't think to ask about that. Now, more importantly, let's hurry up and get you changed, Kay.
Still, isn't it better if we do not remove her bandages?
Oh, she should be fine now. Kay just bumped her head. She didn't really have any other major injuries.
Then, why was she so heavily bandaged?
Better safe than sorry. A pound of prevention is worth an ounce of cure. That's my motto.
What a troublesome motto.
Come on, Kay. Let's get you dressed up over there.
Oh my god.
Now, this is definitely what a great thief should look like. A smile certainly suits you best. In the past, and now as well. Miss Von Karma, thank you for coming too. I only came because Scruffy asked me to, but Baka... That's Scruffy. He also wanted to see your energetic self again. Gummy! What happened to Gummy? Who knows? Maybe he was disgusted with the man who willingly threw away his prosecutor's badge.
Detective Gumshoe?
I must be going soon. I'll be taking these ladies in for questioning. Oh, what's going to happen to the two of them? One aided in the murder of an attorney, and the other forged an autopsy report 18 years ago.
Oh, I'm sure the statute of limitations ran out by then. those crimes definitely won't disappear. One already has. Of course, I will mention in court that they were being blackmailed by Blaze. We'll be just fine. As long as Granny's by my side, we're invincible. Well then, take care. Neat. Now then, Kay. Sorry to ask so soon, right after you regained your memories, but I have some questions. Sure, ask me anything you want. What were you doing on the day you lost your memories? On that day, I was asked to come to Gourd Lake. I don't know who called me there, though. As I was watching the moon at Gourd Lake, a person in a red raincoat approached me. All of a sudden, he used some kind of drug to knock me out. What? What is she saying? The place where Kay saw the moon was at Gourd Lake. When I woke up, it seems I somehow ended up on the roof of the Grand Tower. My mind was still in a daze, so I stumbled around for a bit. That's when I found the person in the red raincoat collapsed. I was startled, and when I stepped back in panic, I fell from a high place and got knocked out cold again. And when I woke up, all my memories were gone. The person in the red raincoat. Who exactly was that person? Oh yeah, I was certain that I saw them walking in midair. Somehow this is all starting to make my head hurt. Please, calm down. You're just a little confused because you've only recently gotten your memories back. Most likely, this is the main cause of your confused memories. Yeah, your memories of two places. This is probably the main cause of your confused memories. You saw the moon at both the Gourd Lake Park and the Grand Tower rooftop, which led you to confuse the two places. Huh? But aren't they totally different places? Even if I was in a daze, do you really think I'd get them confused? Most likely, there was something at the Grand Tower which led to the confusion. The stand! There are stands in both places!
Take that!
The Grand Tower rooftop and Gourd Lake have 2 points in common. They both have a sakura and a food stall. Got it right the first time. Oh, now that you mention it. Your memories were confused because you had been in 2 similar locations. The person that you first saw could not have been walking in midair. They were simply walking on the ground at Gourd Lake Park. You must have gotten that scene confused with the Grand Tower rooftop. So that's what happened. How dare they steal the memories of a great thief? They'll pay for this. Nevertheless, I wonder who the person that assaulted Kay was. The person in the red raincoat, who appeared at Gourd Lake. What's that noise? It sounds like it's coming from the storeroom. Mr. Edgeworth, let's go check it out. What's this? My shutterbug sense is tingling. I smell me another scoop. You're still here? Yeah. Beeping. Mr. Edgeworth, this walkie-talkie thing here is what's beeping. This transceiver. Why do I feel like I've seen it somewhere before? It's still beeping, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not particularly familiar with this sort of device. Come on, we have to answer it. Here goes. Hello, Edgeworth speaking. Kay, Please don't just answer it on your own. I am speaking with Mr. Miles Edgeworth, I presume. This voice is... Shelley the Killer. I congratulate you on resolving the case. However, can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved? Are you aware of the mastermind who is pulling the strings behind this incident? You? Why do you know about the incident? That's not important right now. Wouldn't you agree? Right now, we're discussing the mastermind behind this case. I've had an inkling that such a person existed, even before you said anything. After all, there was evidence to suggest that someone had used Kay to disrupt the investigation. Huh? There was? So, who's this mastermind? I would like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Would you kindly show me the evidence that indicates the existence of a mastermind? I mean... the red raincoat, right? I think it's that.
Take that!
This indicates the existence of a mastermind in this case. I can't really say I understand. I am very sorry, but I also do not understand. So this wasn't it. Wasn't there anything that was left unexplained among the evidence? Okay, maybe it is true then that Jill and Kay didn't know each other. I await your answer, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you kindly show me the evidence that indicates the existence of a mastermind? Oh! Actually, maybe it's the ticket stub. If Kay was brought here unconscious, how did she pay for a ticket?
Take that!
Okay, no. The ticket's never been used for anything, though.
Take that!
Wait, it's what? Not the letter? Okay, it's the victim's letter.
Take that!
It was the letter that Kay allegedly sent to the victim. Come to think of it, I don't remember writing that letter at all. Who could have prepared this letter? I, too, am quite curious to know. So, you're not the one who wrote the letter. What could I possibly gain from doing such an act? Is it not necessary for you to stand in court in order to make the truth clear? What can you possibly do now that your badge has been taken from you? Stand in court? Become the defense for... the warden? I look forward to finding out from the shadows. This man, how does he know that? Do we have an understanding? Please ensure you do not betray my trust. Now then, if you'll excuse me. He said the case wasn't solved yet. What did he mean by that? And why would Mr. D. Killer even bother telling us that? Ugh, nothing makes sense anymore. This case has not reached its true conclusion yet. However, although I've lost my prosecutor's badge, who I am still has not changed. While I don't know where this may lead me, I shall reveal the truth. I swear it. The end. The grand turnabout. Interesting. Well. Well. Okay then. It's as I said, there's a mastermind, but I was thinking this mastermind had more to do with Zhen Fa. Someone is orchestrating things around Miles and Kay, specifically them. That I did not account for. Something's weird. Well, I will say that was a very satisfying ending. Blaze is a true unrepentant asshole, and I'm glad he went down. I wonder what's next for Sebastian. He's probably gonna be in this next case, but what's gonna happen to him? Is he gonna have like some sort of change of heart? Is he gonna have a crisis of faith? So Shelley said that this would be resolved in court. Does that mean Miles would have to take the place of a defense attorney? After all, they're looking for a replacement. Like, if it's as simple as Miles going to Raymond, becoming part of the Edgeworth law offices, and then accepting the replacement job, right? Like, I'm sure in real life such a process would be way more difficult and time-consuming, but in game logic land, that would make sense to me. Maybe. Man, it's hard to believe that this game is almost over. One case left to go. Oh, I'm excited for it. And man, I guess the next Ace Attorney game is on the horizon too, huh? Oh, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be a real good time. Well, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.